Hi, this is Representative Corey Malloy. I'm coming to you from the Capitol, and I'm here to talk about HB 76, which is a bill it's a preemption bill that will basically reinforce the fact that Utah has a preemption law on our municipalities or cities and counties from creating ordinances or laws that are more restrictive as it relates to firearms than what the state does, and reiterates the fact that the Utah Constitution gives the state of Utah full authority to regulate firearms. We've also added a section that basically preempts our counties, cities, and municipalities from enforcing any federal firearm laws that would come out of the federal government after January 1st. That is more restrictive, again, than what Utah does. So basically, Utah is claiming the full right to regulate firearms, and that agencies of the state will not enforce federal firearm laws that come out this year. This is all because of kind of the threats that we're getting from the Biden administration as it relates to our Second Amendment rights, and it's designed to protect our Second Amendment rights. Now, I will say that this will be sort of like our marijuana laws, in that we would basically say we're not going to enforce federal law as it relates to firearms, but that's not to say that federal officials couldn't come into the state and do that. Now, like our federal officers, our federal government, they don't enforce marijuana laws. They turn a kind of a blind eye to that, which works in our favor here in the state. Don't think that's going to be quite the same thing with firearm laws, but it's the same concept. Well, it's all about protecting our Second Amendment rights. It doesn't make one bit of sense to have a political subdivision of the state creating laws and ordinances that go beyond what the state has done, that then creates confusion. You know, can you imagine driving around the state? It's like, can I carry my firearm in this county? Can I carry my firearm in this city? Are there background checks when I go to the gun show or not, you know, when I want to sell a firearm privately? So it just creates a lot of confusion. So the preemptive law is, it's been around for a long time. So what this new bill does is gives some teeth, gives people options if they feel like their Second Amendment rights are being infringed upon by a political subdivision of the state. And it brings continuity to the state. So you come into the state of Utah, we have our firearm laws, mostly that protect our Second Amendment rights, and you know what those are anywhere you go in the state. And that's the way it should be.